Welcome back to another episode of the Quick 30 Podcast family. I know y'all missed us. We haven't posted in about a month, but we're going to be consistent with y'all. But it is NFL playoff time. The season went by quick. Really weird season. But how y'all boys doing? And I just want to tell y'all something both. I told y'all so. I told y'all that the Rams are going to be one of those guys.
The Rams?
Yeah. I said they're going to be the best in the NFC. They almost were the best in the NFC.
But they're not.
They're not, though.
Almost.
Yeah, almost. I mean, if anything, Zay told us the Seahawks would do this. Like, we both.
Don't give him bragging rights, bro. Don't give him bragging
rights.
rights.
But it's the
you
truth.
gotta keep it a buck.
Don't give him bragging rights.
You gotta keep it a buck.
But it's the truth. I said we're
you gotta
going
keep it a
to.
buck.
I said we're coming out the NFC.
We thought the Rams and Niners were about to do it, and it's the Seahawks. All right,
y'all expected us to go 9-8.
I did. Bro,
but to answer your question, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing good, you know what I'm saying? I could be better if my team was in the playoffs, but we'll get into that later, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing all right, you know. Zay, how you feeling, bro?
I'm doing great. Can't complain. Life's going good. Team going good. Everything's good.
I know he's good because he all Seahawk out. He was waiting for this episode.
Right.
He was waiting for this. He was ready for this. He was waiting for the bragging rights.
I can't believe this is my life, bro.
But if I'm gonna be honest, I would be worse than Zay if the Giants were in this predicament. Y'all wouldn't hear that out of my mouth.
We know. Because y'all not used to being in them playoffs, so, you know. We know.
And Mike, you see what I digress. You seen what I sent y'all in the group chat, right?
Bro. Don't get me mad. Don't get me mad already, bro. Don't get me mad. Zay, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I almost threw my phone. How we gonna relegate? Like, how we gonna go from Brian Dable to Raheem? Like, that's such a Giants thing to do. It really is. I'm making a reel right after this.
And Mike, you know what's crazy? You said on live yesterday, as long as we don't get Raheem Morris.
And we get Raheem Morris. We literally get Raheem Morris, bro. All respect to him because he is a black African-American coach. I support him. But he stuck it up in Atlanta when you have Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Mooney, and Bijan Robinson. He was very unsuccessful there, and I don't want that on the Giants' resume right now. I don't. And he comes from a defensive background, bro. I want a defensive coordinator, but I wanted a coach that kind of enhances or amplifies the offense. Kind of like Zay. I wanted Clint Kubiak. I'm be honest with you. I kept saying that on the live yesterday. I wanted Clint Kubiak so
Told you,
bad.
you're not getting my man.
Or Matt LaFleur. But you know, the Giants do Giants things.
As always.
Let me get Raheem Morris. Out of all coaches, we get Raheem Morris. I said I didn't want him or I didn't want Harbaugh. I would have took Cliff
You're about to
Kingsbury.
interview both. You're about to interview both.
Hopefully, bro, we get a good... Because Mike Kafka is going to go back to being an offensive coordinator, but hopefully we get a good defensive coordinator. I hope we do. And Raheem Morris, he's a CEO type of coach, works with defense. He worked with receivers in Atlanta earlier in his tenure, but I'm not happy about this. I'm not thrilled about this. I think the worst, and I'm going to get on to the questions. I think the worst move the Giants made was when we signed Jason Garrett for a year, and he stunk it up. I hope I don't get...
Boy, you should have known. You should have known what was going to happen with Jason
He trying to get back. He trying to get back.
What was going to happen with Jason Garrett, bro?
I think he was just trying to make us lose games. That's my ideology behind that. But,
Mr. 9-8 himself, bro. Come on, bro. You knew he wasn't for he wasn't for to go over. Well, he was really. I guess back then it was 8-8. You know what I'm saying? He was 8-8 every year. Going to the Giants, he wasn't gonna change nothing. He wasn't gonna change nothing over there.
Yeah, man.
He was a cowboy at heart, bro.
But speaking of all these coaches, though, we gotta talk about the big elephant in the room, though. We have to talk about John Harbaugh. We all know it was breaking news yesterday that he got fired. Now, how does this affect Baltimore? And moving on from John Harbaugh, who could be our new coach potentially? And do y'all see Harbaugh still being a coach in the NFL, or is he going to retire?
You know, first and foremost, I want to say thank you, Harbaugh, for everything you've done in these 18 years. As a Ravens fan, he came in the year I started locking up the Ravens. I don't know no other coach for the Ravens, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, John Harbaugh, You know, even though the
Oh, he
way it
had 3.
ended, I did want you gone, but like you're the only coach, you know what I'm saying? You know, usually whenever we mess up, we just run it back for Harbaugh. But this is the first time in my life that I got to deal with a new coach. It could either be the best thing or the worst thing. Like I could either miss Harbaugh or thank God Harbaugh's gone. But I do think Harbaugh is going to get another shot in this league. I know he's older, but as we just saw last year with Pete Carroll, who's like dang near 80 years old, he's getting jobs. So if he's getting jobs, John Harbaugh's getting jobs. And there's plenty of teams that are already interested in Harbaugh, including your Giants. I will say that.
No,
I don't know where he's going to go.
We hired him as a head coach, though. We hired Raheem Morris as a head coach.
No, I'm saying he got calls from many teams. The Giants were intrigued about him. All these teams are intrigued about him because John Harbaugh, even though he didn't work out for us, doesn't mean he's not going to work out for other people. You know what I'm saying? It's time for a new change. It's time for a new coach. Now, coach that I want, honestly, I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying?
Don't say that. They could relegate from John Harbaugh.
Look. I just want a coach who's actually going to instill, because I know the Ravens are looking for a defensive guy because we're trying to uphold the Raven culture. Our defense wasn't the best this past year.
Yep,
we're trying to uphold that defensive mindset. That when you play the Baltimore Ravens, y'all think of Ray Lewis every hit. You don't want to go
2000 Ravens.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just want a coach that's gonna elevate our defense. I'm not that worried about our offense. I just think we were injured all year this year. I think we should run it back with the same offense. When you have a generational quarterback like Lamar Jackson and you got Derrick Henry, hopefully he's still playing with us and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
He'll still play. He'll still be playing.
I know he'll still be playing, but you never know. He could just be like, you know what, I'm done. Greatest running back of our generation. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I wouldn't be mad if we got I know a lot of people hate on Brian Flores, but I honestly think he's not that bad. I think he's not that bad.
Brian Flores as a head coach, though.
I know.
The way he left the Dolphins,
But the only thing is, you know what I'm saying? I think if we keep our offensive coordinator, if we find a new DC, hire Brian Flores, I don't think we'll be that bad.
As a DC, I could accept Brian Flores, but as a head coach, I don't think I could. Me personally, I wouldn't be able to accept Brian Flores.
Hey, why not? Hold on, why not? I just need somebody in here who's going to elevate that defense.
Turn out with Miami.
Elevate the defense, bro. We win. We're gonna win games because of our defense. If our defense doesn't, terrible voice crack. If our defense doesn't sell, and let Aaron Rodgers walk us down, Tyler Luke wouldn't have needed to make that field goal. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of times that our defense just flat out sold us. So I just want somebody in there that's gonna elevate the defense. It doesn't have to be a DC. If Brian Flores wants to come in at DC, cool. If he wants to come in at head coach, cool. I just want somebody in there that's going to elevate our defense. I don't care who it is. I've had enough. Of this defense, man. I remember
you miss Mike McDonald. You miss Mike McDonald.
More than 20 on us. You weren't scoring more than 20 on us. Now we're free eats.
I mean, you had Mike McDonald.
The Steelers in the last 2 drives ran the same sweep play to the right to getting Jalen Warren the ball, and it was free every single time.
Yep.
Tired of it. Sorry, that's enough of my yapping. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to talk about this situation, y'all can. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking too much. If my blood pressure starts.
Pop a blood vessel like Michael Irvin.
I feel like he might retire. Bro, 6 AFC North titles, 12 playoff appearances, 1 Super Bowl ring against his brother. That's actually from, like I said, I told you, Mo, before we even hopped on this, from 2008 to now. Stellar coaching career. Now, I'm not going to compare him to Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll should have been...
I think Pete Carroll should have been in like a wax museum or something.
Yeah. And y'all know, y'all see it. Diehard Seahawk fan. I love Pete Carroll. But coaching should be done. And I feel like it should be the same for Harbaugh.
I'm going to disagree with you, Zay. Y'all got to look at something. Now, I'm not going to circumvent what John Harbaugh did at Baltimore. He is a great man. But we do got to look at the deficiencies he had, too. Because the double-digit leads, how many was it? It was about 12. It was 12. It was 17 double-digit leads and 12 in the fourth quarter. That is absolutely horrendous. He didn't give the ball to Derrick Henry in the AFC Championship. John Harbaugh, when you have Lamar Jackson as your quarterback, you have to get to a Super Bowl with him. He's a generational talent. If you want, you got to give him everything that he needs. And part of that, look, I'm not taking up for Harbaugh, but some of that is DeCosta. It is. Some of that is DeCosta and some of that is him. But it was his time up. I don't think Harbaugh is a bad coach. But what I will say about Harbaugh is that he could be an Andy Reid. Maybe his time is up in Baltimore, but he could go somewhere else and be a productive coach. So I don't think that is the end for him. I just think that the Baltimore Ravens had to move on from him.
Yeah, I agree. That's actually a perfect way to put it. Just like Andy Reid when he was done with Philly, went over to Kansas City, did what he got to do,
and he had the right coordinators around him. Now, I do want to say something before we move on. Now that John Harbaugh is gone, Zach Orr, you gotta pack your bags up because you're about to be out of there too.
Oh yeah,
he's about to be out of there.
I don't know why we didn't announce it yesterday with the Harbaugh. Yeah.
Let's expedite the process a little bit.
1 and 2 out of here.
That's what I'm about to say. Let's expedite the process a little bit. Zach Orr's gonna be gone. I hope he gets a job because I support the African American coaches. I hope that he gets a job somewhere else. But his time in Baltimore is absolutely over. And DeCosta, if he don't revamp that y'all need to revamp that offensive line. It is horrendous too. If y'all don't do that, DeCosta might be gone a little bit too.
And one thing about DeCosta, like a lot of people, I remember when he first came in, we was making all these good draft picks. He's actually missed on a whole lot of draft picks. It's just the ones that hit are really, really good. So he gets a pass for it. But he's missed on a whole lot of draft picks. And don't think I don't see that, EDC. I still trust you. Don't give me trust. I still trust you. But hey, keep missing with my draft picks, man. See what happens. So.
Yeah, but if the offensive line does not get fixed in Baltimore, and the bad part about it was, I was talking about it at work, it's not like the whole line changed. This was the same line from last year who was successful and allowed Derrick Henry to have, 1,600 yards? It's only one person that was gone, so I don't know what's going on. I think that's a coaching issue. So, next coach needs to maybe hire a new offensive line coach, or he needs to get in their face and say something, because that right there is absolutely unacceptable. See, what's going to happen is I'm not going to allow, and y'all could both answer to this, I'm not going to allow y'all to disrespect the Jaguars the way, this is absolutely blasphemous, the way that y'all are talking about the Jaguars. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all talk about the Chargers are going to bounce them out in the first round. Do y'all not know that the Jaguars killed them in the regular season 35-6? We're not going to account to that either. We're not going to count that the Jaguars only lost 3 or 4 games this year. The Jaguars are like that. So for y'all to say getting bounced out in the first round with these AFC teams is absolutely absurd to me.
So, Mike, you just said regular season. Like, playoff football isn't a whole different breed
what
of
playoff football? What has Justin Herbert done in the playoffs, bro?
What has Trevor done?
The difference is there's a difference. There's a big difference. He killed him. He murdered him in the regular. Like, it was so bad to a point. I don't even think Justin Herbert threw for 100 yards. They had no offense going against the Jaguars.
He's not going to throw for 100 yards again.
Look, all I'm going to say, he might throw for 100 yards. But what I do know about the Jaguars is they are the best run-stopping defense in the NFL. They're number 1 in that, and teams barely want to run the ball against them because of that factor. Number 1 in stopping the run, and number 1 in rushing attempts from the other teams. So the Chargers are not going to be able to run. Half these teams in the AFC are not going to be able to run the ball against the Jaguars. I just want to let y'all know that. Parker Washington been playing better. Jacoby Myers been playing better. Brian Thomas got it going towards the end of the season. I'm not saying they're going to go to the Super Bowl. They might go to the Super Bowl. I don't know.
Anyway. So
we're not going to account for that.
You know they're not making the Super Bowl. So.
They're going to get close to it. They're going to get out the first round. That's all I'm going to say. For y'all to say that they're going to get bounced out, to me is crazy.
Well,
I can't accept that.
Like I said, I honestly think both the Texans and the Chargers are not the Texans. The Chargers and the Jaguars are both frauds. If they played any other team, like if they weren't playing each other, they'd both be first-round exits. It's very unfortunate that one of these teams do have to advance. So even if the Jaguars make it, congratulations. I'm still not gonna put respect on their name. Like in all honesty, I just don't think the Jaguars have what it
And they're
takes.
well coached,
If
too.
they want to beat a fraud in there, frauds can beat frauds all they want. But when they meet up with some real comp in them playoffs, which is a whole different format, I don't care what they did in the regular season. I don't care about none of that.
We just eliminate
what I'm saying?
regular season success. That's what we're doing.
What?
We're eliminating regular season success and them stopping the
It's
run.
the playoffs. Yeah, you're right.
And them stopping the run.
Lamar Jackson had plenty of regular season success. When he came to the playoffs, he wasn't winning. All right, it's just that simple. It doesn't matter what you do in the
Don't
regular
hate, because
season.
your team can't get to
People
it.
do not
Don't
care
hate.
what you do in the regular season. Playoffs, you close that chapter. It's a new book. It's a new story. It's a new time. Playoffs are a different animal.
So both of y'all got the Jaguars getting bounced out. I'm assuming in the first round. Out of all these teams, out of the Texans, the busted up, the Steelers are a bad football team, but y'all don't want to say they could get knocked out the first round.
Everybody knows they're terrible. I don't think we should even waste our time talking about
The
Pittsburgh.
Steelers would get
10-7,
bounced
bro.
out before Jacksonville, bro. Let's be serious.
Before it'd be in the same round. It'd be in the same round.
I was just about to say, bro. They're 10-7. They barely beat.
I guess
the Ravens.
before, as in like time, maybe because they might play earlier, but it's gonna be in the same round. It really doesn't matter, you know.
And like Mo said, it's unfortunate that one of these teams have to advance, but they're all gonna be gone soon.
There's not that many good options. So, okay, I'm going to go with my team that's going to get out because y'all saying Jacksonville. I said the Steelers. And both of y'all should know that, especially Mo, excuse me. The Steelers are not all they did was throw checkdowns. Right sweep to Jalen Warren. You're telling me that team is going to get past the Texans? I'm not going to lie to you, Mo. And I love the Ravens and I respect them. Even if the Ravens were to advance and play the Texans in the first round, either one of those teams are getting murdered by the Texans. The Texans defense is the real deal. The offense is looking prolific right now.
Nah.
Nah. Bro, what?
Nah. The last few times Lamar Jackson has played them Texans, go see what we did.
No,
to them
I
on
know.
Christmas.
I know. This
Go
is
see
a
what we
different
did to
Texas
them in
team,
the
though.
playoffs.
This is a
the
different
only
Texas
time the
team.
Texans beat the Ravens is when Cooper Rush was playing. So
Yeah,
I'm not
this
hearing
season.
that Texas
Yeah, I
talk.
know.
I'm really not. But we're not in there. This ain't about us. They made it. But I'm just letting you know. I would love to see them Texans.
Well, guess what? You're on the couch.
You're right.
So
You're on the couch. But
so,
they ain't never beat Lamar. So
yeah. For me and the AFC, the first round exit. I can't believe y'all how y'all thinking like the Steelers are gonna get out before the Jaguars. I hope they both.
they're getting out in the same round.
They're not getting out in the same round.
They're getting out in the same round. They're both gonna be wild card exits, bro.
Wait, hold up. I said the Jaguars play the Chargers. The Jaguars actually play the Bills. Oh man.
Yeah, get out of
Goodbye.
here. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Sorry to all the viewers.
Like what? So, Mike, you got them beating the Bills?
Yes.
Let me tell you why he's got them beating the Bills. He's already put him on this high pedestal.
Y'all heard it here first.
He's already put him on this high pedestal. So now he's got to stay with it. Now he's got to stay with it. I respect it. Stand on it then, Mike. Okay, I see you.
Oh my God.
I see you. Stand on it then.
Oh my God. Mike, this is being recorded. I just
look, Mike. You know you're wrong, but you've already gone so far out your way that you got to stand on it.
I firmly believe in what I say. Because look, like I told y'all, if you stop the run, that's what the Bills' strong game is, and the Jaguars can do that. If they stop the run, I'm gonna bet on the Jaguars' offense to beat Josh Allen throwing the ball with no number one wide receiver. I'm gonna bet on him throwing it to his tight ends and Khalil Shakir rather than Trevor Lawrence getting that W. I'm betting.
Mike, can I ask you a question?
Yes. Please, go ahead.
How many times have the Bills entered the playoffs with Josh Allen and immediately lost round one?
This is a different year. This is a different year.
How many times is that
This is a different year. This is a different Jaguars team.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. I'm just letting you.
With the Jaguars,
the Bills
I hope y'all called my phone.
Every year guaranteed one playoff win. Every year.
Jaguars are gonna win.
And the Bills are about to be first round exits?
Yes.
That's all right. All right, Mike. All right, Mike.
We stand on it.
Hey man,
We stand on it.
Hey Mike, if their first round exits, you know I'm gonna be proud because then I can slander Josh Allen. Anytime I get a chance to slander Josh Allen, I'm gonna do it.
Bro, if their first round
Well,
exits, bro,
man.
I'm going
I don't
incognito
know.
for the next 3 months.
This man's about to be a dad. This man with Haley Steinfeld. I don't know if he's going out with just.
Can I ask y'all
just
something?
like that? Huh?
If the Jaguars stop the run, what are the Bills gonna do?
Khalil Shakir.
Throw the
Free
ball.
ball to Khalil Shakir. That offense looked pathetic against Philly.
It can look pathetic against Philly, but Jacksonville ain't Philly. You know, Jacksonville ain't the reigning defending champion. You know, Jacksonville has absolutely no merit. Like, just because you're winning the regular season, you don't do it in the postseason. They haven't done it in the postseason. They're going to have to show Buffalo, who's postseason vets, by the way. Postseason vets at this point. They're going to have to show Buffalo. Because I'm pretty sure Jacksonville's at home, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
And
they are.
honestly, I think the like if that were to happen, Mike, the Josh Allen slander should be worse because it's like not only did you not make the AFC Championship, but you got knocked out by the Jags.
By the Jags, bro. Bro.
Like, and I'm sorry, I know Josh Allen is sitting there right now thinking we're not going out.
Y'all underestimating them. All I'm gonna say is, when they win, I'll call both of y'all phones. It don't even have to be in the group chat. It could be individually. I'm gonna call both of y'all phones, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I told y'all so. And y'all should have listened to me. But as far as the AFC though, first round exit, I have to go with the Steelers for sure, 1,000%. I see no way of them beating the Texans. Absolutely no way. So I'm going with them.
I don't know, man. You know, sometimes CJ Stroud be back there selling.
Have we seen CJ Stroud the later parts of the week? He hasn't sold to me.
I mean, that's cool. I remember when he went up against them Chargers, he was terrible. That
was earlier in the season, though.
That was literally like 4 or 5 weeks ago. That's not earlier in the season. That was late season.
Earlier in the season, you look bad against us.
But look, all I'm going to say is Steelers are getting out. I don't depend on... It's not a matter of the Texans are so good. It's the fact that the Steelers' offense is not that great. It's absolutely egregious, bro. It's check downs, give the ball to Jalen Warren.
Well, now they'll get DK Metcalf back. Do you think that'll be
okay? Yeah, DK coming back. They might throw 2-3 long balls.
No.
They might. No. They will. They'll test them.
No. I know. I don't think getting DK back is gonna help.
But you put Derek Stingley.
Are you hating on your former receiver?
Yeah, that sounds like a hate.
No. I'm not hating. I'm just saying he's about to go right back to where he is right now because I know for a fact he's gonna get ejected and fined with either taunting or unsportsmanlike conduct somehow. The brother can't control his anger.
You're saying you can't trust him to use his brain?
Yes.
No, I ain't gonna say all that.
Especially in a moment like this where it's go big or go home. Huh.
All I'm gonna say with DK is Aaron Rodgers is gonna try it, but we gotta realize who them DBs back there are for the Texans. Derek Stingley's gonna be on that man like some glue. I doubt that he throws it. I mean, he will, like I said, he will do it, but I doubt it's a 50-yard, 60-yard completion like what he did to y'all, Mo. I doubt that. But yeah, Steelers.
We lost to him without DK Metcalf, bro. Like I'm just sitting up here thinking about it. Like they had Adam Thielen, they had Ben Skronik.
Marquez Valdes.
I said it once, I'll say it again, Mo. I felt so bad. So bad.
I'm not gonna lie, outside of the Saints receiving core, right? That was the worst receiving core I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yep.
Like, in my entire
and that's
life.
what I'm trying to tell y'all. That offense is not good. I know DK's coming back and he's a game changer, but he's not that much of a game changer because before they played y'all, Mo, they went several weeks without throwing a deep ball. It just happened that it was against the Ravens, then they threw a deep ball and it was a completion. Their offense is literally yak. That's all their offense is. I think the Texans take advantage of that. Defense shows out. CJ Stroud doesn't have to do that much to win. He's still a great quarterback. So, yes, I'm standing with what I'm saying. I don't care what y'all say. And for the AFC, somebody who's going to go far that could possibly go to a championship, I already said it.
You
I
might
got
as
two
well say it at this
picks:
point.
the Jaguars or the Broncos. And I stand on it. Y'all don't give the Broncos enough respect either.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's just that, or I think you completely forgot who Josh Allen is. I think you forgot who he is, especially
look that great
in
this
playoff
season.
time.
He don't need to look that great.
He ain't looked that great this season.
Bo Nix didn't look that great either. Yet his team was doing pretty fine.
But Bo Nix has a better defense than the Bills. His team gets after the quarterback.
Cool, but
they have Nick Bonita, who might be DPOY of the year. I said might.
Know.
They didn't say he will.
Yeah, there's somebody out there that just broke the sack record.
I know Myles Garrett's probably gonna win, but I'm just pointing out the fact that he could be a finalist.
No, we like Nick. You know, he's on my defensive fantasy league. Even though we finished 8th place, but it's okay. He was hooping.
Yeah. So
see Denver. I don't know. I just can't take Denver serious. I ain't never take Denver serious since they had Manning back there. But you know, if they win, I'm gonna be shocked. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like. Or if they go to the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be shocked. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I won't be. But like, I don't know. Like,
they end up going to the Super Bowl. History about to repeat itself.
The only quarter that you're good in is the fourth quarter. Anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything could happen.
They still winning the games, though. It don't matter. Just like how y'all said, I remember last year I was saying that against about Philly. I was saying the way they win is ugly, but y'all were like, nah, they still win the games. As long as the Broncos are still winning the games, that's all that matters.
Well, all that matters. Don't bring Philly into this, bro.
That's all that matters. But, yeah, those are my teams right there. Now, it's playoff time. Enough of Harbaugh. We have to talk about the AFC and the NFC. Who is going to make some noise in them playoffs in the AFC first? Who's going to make a run? And who will be going home? Who will be some first-round exits that we didn't even expect in the AFC first?
Me personally, I think Jacksonville's going to be a first-round exit.
Whoa.
That's
an audacious statement, bro.
Bro,
it's not ridiculous. It's not ridiculous.
Bro, I don't see. I can't see Trevor Lawrence going far in the playoffs. I can't.
But are we looking at who's in the playoffs though?
Yes, of course.
We are.
Jacksonville
has had a great year and all that. We gotta stop acting.
I'm taking huge account of who's in the playoffs right now. Yo, if you like Mike, my team is in the playoffs. So if you think that I'm not paying attention to the AFC right now, I'm definitely watching right now. And
you know what Trevor Lawrence could be like, Zay? Who? He could be like a Tyrese Halliburton if he goes far this year.
Oh my god. My god, bro. It's ridiculous.
He could be like a Tyrese Halliburton.
The thing is, we've seen Trevor Lawrence in the playoffs, and he was nothing like Tyrese Halliburton.
Nothing.
Can I ask you something, Zay? And I'm gonna let you continue. Do we believe that the Chargers are seriously going to beat the Jaguars in the first round?
They're both frauds,
bro. But to answer your question, you know what? To answer your question, yes. I'm just about to say yes because Mo literally said my next statement. So, yes, the Chargers will beat the Jaguars.
To be honest with y'all, I think they're the same. They're really the same team. Like nobody believes in either team. Both of them aren't going to do anything. You know what I'm saying? They're actually lucky that they're playing each other. Otherwise, if they're playing literally anybody else, they'd both be first-round exits.
Damn.
So, you know,
it's like
I have no faith in the Chargers. I have no faith in the Jaguars. You know what I'm saying? It's just I hope it's gonna be a good game. But to be honest with you, come on, bro. Like,
and not to mention Jacksonville also beat Denver, San Fran, and the Texans. So. But we're talking about the playoffs now. I'll give
you just proved my point. I was just going to say that they beat the Broncos, who had the best defense in the league.
I'll give them. The Broncos are another team that like, come on, bro. Like if we're being honest, most teams in the AFC really ain't like that. They're really not like that. The Broncos were just good in the fourth quarter, and that was that, bro. Like the Broncos aren't that good of a team. Jags aren't that good of a team. Now the Jags. They beat some teams. I'll give you that. They beat some.
Man, let's not disrespect them. Y'all disrespecting Jacksonville.
I'm still not. They're gonna have to.
Prove me wrong.
They're gonna have to prove me wrong in these playoffs. Because I remember last time they made the playoffs,
they're playing Patrick Mahomes.
I don't care.
Who's beating Patrick Mahomes?
I don't care who it is. I'm not trusting Jacksonville. All right. not trusting Jacksonville. And if the Chargers are to win this game, I ain't trusting them next week.
Right,
you know
at all.
I don't care.
They're about to get knocked out.
So your answer is the Jaguars and the AFC. They're gonna get bounced out. So all right, I'm curious now. Like, if you're saying Jacksonville is gonna get knocked out, who is gonna go to the AFC Championship for you then?
The Bills. With all due respect.
I mean, the Bills and
this guy said the Bills.
The Bills.
I mean,
it's the easy. They have the easiest route.
I understand the Bills haven't been the best, but in terms of playoff tests, playoff experience, and best
They've been
quarterback, if you want me, when the chips are on the line, which quarterback would I want in these playoffs on the AFC side? Would I want on my team? I'm not taking any other quarterback that's not named Josh Allen. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care. I don't care what it is. And on top of that, don't let them play in Buffalo either. Don't let them play in Buffalo. If for some reason they need to play in Buffalo, these young teams ain't going in there and not upset.
Josh Allen is a choke artist, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Bro, okay, but listen,
he's a choke artist.
So is Trevor Lawrence.
Mike.
Justin Herbert.
And
who had a better season?
Mike, we're talking about Josh Allen right now. He's not about to be a choke artist now because he doesn't have to face Lamar or Pat Mahomes right now. This is probably his easiest route to the AFC Championship and the Super Bowl.
Y'all talking all this. If Josh Allen, like, I'm going to say it again for everybody watching this and the camera, if Josh Allen does not go to the Super Bowl this year, I don't ever want to hear his, like, he's a great quarterback. I'm not going to disrespect him. But if he does not get to the Super Bowl, I don't want to hear any of it. I don't want to hear his name no more if it comes to the playoffs. There's no Patrick Mahomes. There's no Lamar Jackson. There is no Joe Burrow. Get to the Super Bowl.
Look. You don't have to tell me that. I've been an avid Josh Allen hater for the last 6 years. But if you're telling me out of all the quarterbacks on this team are on this playoff bracket right now on the AFC side, which one has the most playoff experience? Josh Allen. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm going to choose the one with the playoff experience. I'm sorry. I don't think Josh Allen's, to your point, I agree with everything you said. If he don't win it this year, there's no reason he should ever be brought up ever again. You know what I'm saying? He should be slandered just like Lamar gets slandered for his playoff appearances. However, this year, I just got to go with John. I'm not saying he's going to win anything because we're going to talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. but the AFC team.
No, let's bring it up now.
Look, I don't think anybody in the AFC is winning a dang thing. Nobody in the AFC is winning anything. All right?
No.
All these teams are whack. Half of them are frauds. They're just there due to easy schedules and injuries. That's why they're here. Okay? Simple as that.
Now, we talked about the AFC for a very long time. We all are very opinionated about that. We got to move on to the NFC. Now, who's going to fall in the first round? Who's not going to do anything? And now, who's going to go to the NFC Championship potentially? I got to go with Zay first because we see the gear. And I hate when somebody tells me, I told you so. So I'm going to let him talk. Cause I don't
like you wrote me off.
I did write you off.
I ain't write back.
He's not even on your team no more.
It don't matter. That was a hard. That was a hard quote. I'm not even gonna lie. That was a hard quote. But hear me out. To answer your question though, I'm not gonna get straight into dogs yet. I'm gonna just tell you. This is gonna sound kind of crazy, but I do got Philly knocking San Fran out. I do bro. Their defense is not that well. Their defense is not that good, but and I get it. Philly hasn't been playing the best defense all year either. But they San Fran are missing some key pieces on defense that they desperately need. Like they don't have Fred Warner, they don't got Bosa, and those are very, very key pieces to their run defense. And I feel like Saquon
pass rush. Now.
Yeah, and that too.
Yeah.
That too.
They have no pass rush.
Like Saquon is about to take full advantage of that. A.J. Brown about to go crazy, and it might be over with. But top dogs, NFC Championship, and Super Bowl winners right here. I'm wearing them right here. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna say more once I hear Mike's hatred.
I ain't even gonna
Bellingham.
hate on your Seahawks first. I'll let you.
Oh,
I'm gonna hate
word?
on I'm gonna hate on the Seahawks when you talk about them. What I'm gonna
Okay.
hate on is that the fact that you said San Francisco is the first answer. That was kind of alarming to me, bro. Because honestly, the Carolina Panthers are in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know, but they play LA, and I don't think that.
What?
Yeah.
Nah,
Hey, hey,
yeah,
hey,
nah,
Mike,
no,
Mike,
no. I don't want to hear from
Mike.
either one of y'all. I don't want
No,
to.
Mike. I'm not saying that I'm not saying Carolina's not gonna be eliminated. But what I will say is you just did this with the Jags and how they beat
We're
the
not
team in
gonna-
the regular season.
Bro.
You just did that. Let's not act like Carolina ain't beat the Rams.
But we're
Let's
not
not
gonna
act
come.
like it, bro.
Okay, I'll give. We're not. Y'all trying to get me to contradict what I'm saying. We're not gonna. What we're not gonna do is we're not gonna say the Jaguars are actually a really good football team.
Oh, 100%.
The
100%. They're way
Panthers
better than Carolina.
are
They're way
not
better than
a
Carolina.
good
Yeah.
football team. I don't. At least, when's the last time the Panthers been to the Super Bowl? I mean, not a Super Bowl, even the playoffs.
2015.
Was it Cam
Oh,
Newton?
last time they made the playoffs?
Cam Newton was there.
Yeah.
So
Maybe- yeah.
so Trevor Lawrence has at least been
And
to
they
the
weren't even
playoffs.
supposed to be in there. They're not even supposed to be in here. Let's keep it a buck.
They're not.
Yeah,
They're not.
sold-
They're not.
Carolina
They sold
sucks.
their whole season. Okay? Because the Bucks, y'all remember when the Bucks were 5-1?
Yes.
Yep.
We were their only No, hold on, I'm tripping. They were we lost to them. I'm tripping.
But
Yeah.
they had injuries
Like-
and they never were able to get back to themselves after them injuries. Even when they got healthy, after the injuries, they still were never the same. Baker Mayfield was never the same either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. It was tragic.
the Carolina Panthers would go out to me before the Eagles or San Fran, respectfully. I love Bryce Young and I root for him. I thought he was that guy at Alabama. And I still think that he has the potential to be a really good quarterback. But all respect to him, they're going home, bruh. They are playing the LA
it's
Rams.
skeptical though, bro. It's a
It's
little
not
skeptical
skeptical.
though, bro. Yeah.
Come
It
on.
could be though, bro, because like we said, the Panthers beat them earlier in the season.
So can I ask you something specifically?
Yeah.
So the Jaguars, right? Really good football team. I know they're not playing the Chargers. They beat the Chargers in the regular season. It sounds like to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, we are giving the Carolina Panthers more respect than the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I feel like
That never came out my mouth.
Yeah,
That never came out
I feel
my
like
mouth.
they're in the same bracket.
But like it was so like y'all were so like adamant that the Jaguars were gonna get bounced out the first round, but Carolina isn't, and they're playing the Rams.
Could be a little skeptical, dog.
Get the
No.
no.
Look. Zay's doing what Zay do. Look.
Yeah.
You gotta understand. You see the gear that Zay has on. Okay. He doesn't want. Come on, bro. They're in his division.
I don't want to see the Rams or the Niners.
Exactly.
I don't want to
exactly.
see
So
either
you
team.
got to take some of
Like-
now. Zay could be telling the truth. He
Like-
could be like, I genuinely believe the Niners ain't gonna win. But with the Rams thing,
Oh no
Bro, come on, bro.
no. I genuinely don't want the Niners to win.
See?
That is fact. I genuinely don't want them to win. But when it comes
and that's a good game though. It's gonna be a good game.
It is.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
for sure. Because that's
But-
the game where I really don't know. But the thing is, one of those two teams
Have to go.
is getting eliminated
Yeah.
in round one. Like
That's hard.
It-
Dang.
it's crazy. It's crazy, but one of those two teams will have the same amount of playoff wins as the Carolina Panthers at the end of the weekend. That's crazy.
That
I
sucks.
just
That sucks.
hope that the Panthers beat the Rams because I don't want to see them again. I don't. I really don't. Like,
you
but,
gonna
but,
see
but
them.
if I have,
You're
to
gonna
see
need
Stanford
you're
again,
gonna
I
need
would.
Bryce Young to tee up
No fact.
again.
Fact.
But this time it's gonna be in isn't it gonna be in
LA.
I think it is
LA
in LA
this time,
yeah.
'cause I'm pretty sure they
played in
played
Carolina
in
the first
Carolina.
game. Yeah.
So home field advantage. And when Carolina's fans actually pull through, like it's actually a nice little that stadium be jumping. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I
I'm
like
not gonna lie.
Carolina. I really do, and I respect them. But in the playoffs, no.
Oh, no,
no.
shot, no
Yeah,
shot.
that's
No,
that's
they
what
shouldn't
that's
be
what I'm
No,
fearful of.
no,
That's what I'm fearful
no,
of that game.
No.
specifically.
No. I like
Because
what Rico
if we got to play
Dotto
the Rams
been.
again, it's about to be another dogfight.
I like what Rico Dotto been doing this season. I like Bryce Young, how he's been playing this season. I like the rookie McMillan this season. He's been teed up. So they're a good team. But these are elite teams we talk about in the NFC. There's levels to this, and they're not at that level. But for me, I think I kind of gave my answer. I think it's kind of obvious. I say the Panthers. They're going to go out in the first round. Obviously, the 49ers and the Eagles play each other, so they have to, one of them have to get out in the first round. But if I'm choosing a team automatically that I'm saying I don't think they even should have been there and they're going to get dropped off, is the Carolina Panthers, respectfully. Even Green Bay and Chicago, I think those are both good teams, but Carolina's the oddball out this whole equation.
Hey, what would you say if the Carolina Panthers do what the Commanders did last year?
I would be shocked. I would personally try to find Bryce Young's number, and I would say I give you all the respect in the world, bro.
Ask him how did he do it?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
Illuminati.
Yo.
No way. Yeah. To go off what Mike said, there's actually no shot. Like, I know earlier this year, because my brother, he's a huge, like, he'll hype up the Panthers just to hype up the Panthers, bro. And he's been doing this all year. When they beat the Rams, I had to hear for it because he's in your division Tuesday, so he don't really bump with them Rams. So I got to hear about how the Panthers beat the Rams. It's not happening again. It's not happening again. Like, when I tell you, I know I said this before, but this time there's absolutely no shot, no excuse, no reason as to why the Rams dropped this game. Playoff time, Matthew Stafford, come on, you're playing like
at
MVP,
home,
bro. You got at home, bro. Come on, bro. If Matthew Stafford loses this game, I don't know what to say. As a matter of fact, if the Rams do end up losing this game, there's no reason, Zay. There's no reason y'all do not win that. Y'all do not win that Super Bowl.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
There's no reason.
That is a fact.
There's no reason.
That's easy work from there. All we need is
to be
the
honest,
Rams out of there.
I really think it's you and Los Angeles, the Rams, that is. And if San Francisco were healthy, I'd say San Fran. I was saying San Fran preseason. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know they was gonna lose. When you don't got Bosa and Wagner, it's like dang. Or not Wagner, Warner. It's like dang.
Their defense is pitiful. I'm not gonna lie. Without them, it's terrible.
They have the least amount of sacks in the league. They're not getting no pressure, so the corners got to cover for forever.
Back.
So it makes your corners look bad. You know what I'm saying? They're literally like the Ravens, except worse. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, but that offense is scary.
That's what the
Brock Purdy playing like the MVP candidate he was 2 years ago. I'm not gonna lie to y'all on that.
For sure.
He's balling out.
Up until that Seahawks game though, because Seahawks clamped him.
Yeah, that Seahawks game.
Sure. But he had 10 touchdowns in 2 games going into that game.
Yeah,
that.
You always got to account for the 49ers because of how good they are offensively. And offensively, they got their people back. Is Ricky Purcell, he back right now. George Kittle been balling out.
Yeah, he should be back for this game.
Yeah, CMC, of course, he been balling out all year. So you got to look at their offense and say that. But I will say, though, pause on everything I'm about to say. I told Zay this on live, and I give him his credit for his team. Tariq Witherspoon. I keep talking. Devin Witherspoon and Tariq Woolen will land some wood on them boys. I'm not.
Nick Eamon has been too.
Yeah.
Rookie of the year.
Yeah, yes.
Rookie of the year.
They play aggressive. Like the Seahawks play angry. When I was watching that 49ers, the Seahawks game, they were really, as soon as somebody even, first of all, the 49ers couldn't even get a first down. They couldn't get past the 50. They were locking them up.
That might be one of the worst Niners losses that I've seen them have in a while.
CMC couldn't get going, and every time somebody touched the ball, 5 heads on it, and they cracking heads while they doing it. So I want to give
a big shout out to Leonard Williams, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Byron
Leonard Williams.
Murphy.
Yeah, Mike.
Yo. Woo.
They'll talk about Leonard Williams, bro.
Hold on. Gotta do it for the one time. Ah!
Hey, one thing I can say about Seattle, man, obviously with them having Mike McDonald, bro, like obviously their defense is gonna tee up. They're gonna fly to the football. They're going to create havoc, really. That's really what Mike McDonald does really well. Is basically just just make everything a mug for the offense, and everybody rally to the football. When you rally to the football, good things will happen. You know, if somebody fumbles, you got 3 hats right there trying to pick it up. If you got one person grabbing somebody's leg, somebody else can hold them up. You can get a good shot in or cause a fumble. There's so many good things that happen in Mike Macdonald's defense. That's why I wish we didn't. Man, 2023, bro. Harbaugh should have been gone in 2023. Mike Macdonald should be with us. But it's okay. You know, I'm glad to see his success that every Ravens fan knew he was going to have. Every Ravens fan knew he was going to have this success. As soon as he left, we said, Zay remembers, I told him.
Now, he DM'd me that day.
Your defense is going to turn up with Mike Macdonald. And look what they're doing.
This is crazy,
the whole San Francisco, who has been putting up 40 bomb to 3 points?
Yep.
How
many first downs did they have that game?
9 points.
How many first downs did they have that game?
Not many, Mike. I can tell you that. Not many. I turned that game on because y'all remember this is the week after the Bears-Niners game. So I'm like, okay, this about be, you know what I'm saying? This about be a banger game. Boy, that game almost put me to sleep the way them Seahawks was clamping them. But
they put 3 points on the board. Man. They put 3 points. They could not see the end zone, bro.
I like y'all system, though, Zay. I like y'all system. I'll give you credit where it's due. I like Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker because I feel like Zach Charbonnet.
legend.
Yeah, Zach Charbonnet is the guy that's going to get you a lot of yards, and then Kenneth Walker, he's going to be aggressive and punching in for you.
That's the big play guy right there.
I feel like it's vice versa.
Actually,
yeah.
No,
they both got big playability. I think it's the good thing about y'all running backs is that it depending on the game, it'll change. You know, if Zach Charbonnet, he might pop off for a touchdown run, but like Kenneth Walker getting them yards. In some games, it's the other way. But Zach Charbonnet, though, let me tell you.
Dog.
Let me tell you. I've been watching this man since he was in college with UCLA with DTR, boy. Let me tell you, bro.
He's different.
That boy Zach Charbonnet, he get it done.
Yeah, no, he get
it done. Man.
He got a big run. He got a big run against the 49ers, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got like a 40-yard run, and they got to like the yeah. So I'll give him his respect.
Pops off.
But ultimately, though, the ultimate question in all this is, I already know what Zay's answer is going to be, and this is where I have to hate. Who is ultimately going to be first? Let's say who's going to be in the NFC Championship, who's going to be in the AFC Championship, and then who's going to be in the Super Bowl. Let's start with the NFC first because that's what we on. Who's going to be in that NFC Championship?
Realistically, dog, I'm gonna keep it a buck. It might be another game between me and the Seahawks and the Rams. It's gonna go down to that stretch. I already told you, I really feel like Philly's gonna get San Fran out of there. But as far as like the NFC in general, it's gonna come down to the wire between us and the Rams. And that I feel like that game specifically, the NFC Championship between us and the Rams, is gonna dictate who really runs the NFC West.
Well, to be honest, obviously Seattle's going to be in there. I think Seattle. Well, not obviously because you do have Sam Darnold. You might stress out a little bit, but I think y'all will make it there.
Fact.
I think y'all will make it there. I honestly think whoever wins between Philly and San Fran, they're gonna go. I don't know what it is. I feel like they'll meet up. The Rams will meet up with either Philly or San Fran, and I just feel like the Rams might fizzle out and lose to one of those two teams. So I honestly think it's just hard because I don't know who's going to win that Philly game. Like, I want to say Philly. I do want to say Philly because it's being played in Philly. Because San Francisco, with them losing to y'all, that had a lot of ramifications. Because if they had won, no doubt in my mind, I would have said San Francisco would be winning and be going to the NFC Championship. You know what I'm saying? They have home field advantage throughout the entirety of the playoffs, including the Super Bowl. Yeah, they would have been my pick to win. But now that they got to go on the road with a beat-up team, I just don't know. So I'm going to go – I'll probably say Philly and Seattle for my NFC Championship.
I don't know.
I know you would love it. But I just feel like I'm not going to give up on Philly, man. I was like the last thing about Philly, you know what I'm saying? Philly, they had the ugliest wins possible. Got into that Super Bowl and started. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened.
They did. I'll give them that.
I'll probably say you and Philly in that NFC Championship. If not Philly, then San Francisco. Whoever wins Philly, San Francisco is going to go to the NFC Championship. See y'all. That's who I got.
And then who goes to the Super Bowl? I know who Zay's going to say. Who goes to the Super Bowl with you?
Hey, bro, it got to be the Bills. It has to be the Bills.
No, I was talking about the NFC. I'm gonna get to the AFC. Who's
wait.
getting to
the Super Bowl?
Yeah, who's gonna win between
after
that
the
matchup?
NFC Championship?
Yeah.
After the dang.
I know who you're gonna say for the NFC, Zay. You're gonna say Seattle. Who are you gonna say, Mo? Philly?
That's
okay.
That's a little that's where it gets
honestly, if you want me to be completely honest, if Philly makes it, I have Seattle going. If San Francisco makes it, I have San Francisco going to the Super Bowl. Because y'all know, I've been saying San Francisco since day one. So I just want to prove myself right, honestly. That's why I'm saying this. That's what I'm saying. It's really just a pride thing right now. I'm not even thinking. I don't care how many people are out. I don't care about none of that. All right. Kyle Shanahan's going to find a way. I'm telling you, if San Francisco beats Philly, they are going to that NFC Championship. And they are going, because there's no way y'all do them like that again. There's just no way. There's no way. I refuse to believe y'all held them to 3 points. And if y'all are only scoring 13 points, I promise you the next time you see San Francisco, it's not going to be a good time. It's not going to be a good time.
I just feel like the only person that might give us a little bit of bump if we have to see San Francisco is Ricky Pearsall, bro. Because Nick Emenwari had George Kittle locked.
Bad. Right.
And honestly, since when I seen that, I'm like, okay, I don't even have to worry about Kittle no more. I got to worry about Ricky. And Ricky been killing Tariq Woolen and Devin Witherspoon.
Yeah, but that's if he plays. If he doesn't play, then
he'll be back.
They don't got no other deep threat.
Pre-game,
Demarcus Robinson, yeah, right. Yeah, okay.
Jawan Jennings?
No.
Jawan Jennings on third down though.
For real. He's gonna hit a cross. He's gonna go across the middle of the field and catch something.
On third down, no. That it's
on third down. He's like a top 10 receiver on third down.
Yeah, on third down we can't.
On every other down, he's high.
On third down, we can't stop him.
Mike, who you got in the NFC Championship? You ain't tell us.
I was hearing y'all. NFC Championship, I have to be different. Y'all know I like to be different. I'm going to have to go. First of all, I'm going to hate on Seattle. I don't think Seattle.
Shocker.
I just don't see it with Seattle. You know, I respect them. I give credit where credit's due. They were an amazing regular season team. But if y'all heard me last year, y'all know Sam Darnold was my guy. I was so, adamant on him. But after he disappointed me with the Lions and the Rams, I can't trust Sam Darnold to win or even go to a Super Bowl. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Even the last time when I watched him play the 49ers, he didn't have to put that much work in. I need that run game to be good in order for him to get far in the playoffs. And it might be, but we got to bank on that the whole time. Even when they played the Rams the second time around, that was too close for me. I saw some plays where he's throwing the ball to ghost. I don't know what he's doing out there. So, I'm not going to put Seattle in there. I would have to say the NFC Championship is... this is going to be a weird one. The Rams and the 49ers. Or either the Rams and the Bears.
Hey, Chicago is a sleeper because Chicago could really have a Washington-type run this year.
And they cause a lot of turnovers. That's why I like the Bears. I would have to say them too.
I don't know.
I think the Rams have solidified themselves as the best team in NFC. I think so. That's just my opinion. When Devontae Adams plays that first game, he adds so much to that offense that it's going to be hard to stop Puka Nacua and him. So, yeah.
Now, I wouldn't say they solidified themselves as the best team. You can't be the best team if you're not the 1 seed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
on paper, yes, we know who the 1 seed is. But in the playoff time, I'm going to bet, just like how y'all talk about playoff experience with Josh Allen, I'm going to bet on playoff experience with Matt Stafford. I'm not betting on Sam Darnold. I'm not going to do it. I refuse to. Great defense, great coaching. Overall, a great team. But when it comes down to them playoffs, y'all know who I'm choosing. Y'all know who I'm choosing.
My question is to you, Mike, because you said that's the NFC Championship. Who are we losing to? Who are we losing
I think if y'all play the Rams, I think they give y'all problems. I think y'all lose to the Panthers. Sorry, nah, let me stop playing. Let me stop playing. I would. Let me stop playing.
Oh, I was about to say.
Sorry, nah. Let me stop playing. No, on a real note, though. Real note, though.
Like, I was.
Real note, I got y'all losing.
Like, how are the Rams in the NFC Championship if you think the Panthers are going to somehow beat the Seahawks? But it's okay.
I'm not even really that confident in Philly, honestly. A lot of people are. And I can't stand Philly fans sometimes because they think they're so good right now because they beat the Commanders, you beat the Raiders, and you beat the Bills. The Bills I'll give you credit for, but that was a low-scoring game. But come on. They said their offense was back and the whole team was back when they played the Raiders and the Commanders. It's the Raiders and the Commanders. You should kill them.
Ew.
And A.J. Brown, he's getting the ball more. He's happier. He's not in the media grilling the team. Saquon Barkley's starting to run the ball a little bit better, but it's because of the level of competition that they are playing. I just don't believe in Philly this year, but I said that last year and they got to the Super Bowl. But I'm still going to rock out. Super Bowl-wise, y'all heard the NFC Championship. I'm going with the Rams in the NFC. Now we got to move to the AFC. Who do we have going to that AFC Championship?
Give me the Bills and the Patriots. Give me the Bills.
Mo said the Bills are a first-round exit.
Mm-mm.
I really don't know this. I don't know if
I don't
it's
like the
because
AFC, bro. It's the AFC. They're not that good this year, bro.
I don't know if it's because I'm a Ravens fan, but I just think everybody in the AFC just a whole bunch of frauds, man. Like, I just don't think any AFC team got what it takes. But, obviously somebody has to do it. So, obviously, I'm going to have Buffalo in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have Buffalo in there. And I really don't like the Patriots. Like, I really dislike the Patriots. I can't stand the Patriots. I like the fact they got my boy Stephon Diggs, and that's the only thing I care about is my boy Stephon Diggs. But Denver's not good either, though, bro. But I don't know. It's just that deep, like Patrick Surtain and
Riley Moss.
Nick, but like they're really different. And Riley Moss gets a lot of disrespect because he allows all these yards. When you're playing alongside the best corner in the game, you're going to be the most targeted.
That's all I'm saying. I was just going to say that.
It is, all right? It just is what it is. Riley Moss is still a great corner. If he was only targeted like probably 50% less times than he's targeted now, he would have great stats. But because he gets targeted all the time, it looks bad.
Yeah, they were mad at him.
Great defense. If Bo Nix can play consistent football, that'll be the separator between them being eliminated and them possibly going to the Super Bowl. Possibly. So I'll put Denver in there.
So for you is Bills in Denver?
Bills in Denver, yeah, for sure.
I can respect that.
Me, I would say I'm going with the Jaguars. They're going to the AFC Championship. It's going to be the Jaguars and the Texans. And I'm going to say them because I'm very confident. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Pacers because y'all doubted the Pacers so much. And they got to and I remember we were making videos and I was telling y'all, yo, Halliburton's really that guy and he's going to go to the NBA Finals. And that's what happened. And this is what it kind of reminds me of. So I'm going to go and be the oddball and bet on Trevor Lawrence. And I'm going to bet on C.J. Stroud because I love the way both the defenses are playing. And something that y'all did not point out. Every Super Bowl winner, the defense is amazing. I meant to say this in the NFC. I'm not going to get back into that. The only reason why I didn't have the Niners going to the Super Bowl is because you cannot go to the Super Bowl, or at least you can't win one without a defense. Look at Kansas City, the times they went. They've always had a great defense. Steve Spagnuolo, shout out to him, former Giant. The Philadelphia Eagles, they dismantled the Chiefs last year in the Super Bowl because of the defense. Defense wins championships. So it's going to be a defensive team that gets to the AFC Championship and gets to the Super Bowl for the AFC. So I'm going to have to rock out with either one of them, and whoever wins that, I'm rooting for C.J. Stroud to get a Super Bowl ring this year.
He's not getting it.
Hey, Mike,
I'm rooting for it.
I would like to point out the fact that you had a great comparison. The Tyrese Halliburton to the finals. and you
Yep.
betting on people. But let me ask you this: what was the outcome of that?
He still got
Right.
to the finals.
Okay, so you don't want them to win.
I don't think. Truthfully, I didn't say all that. I just said.
Okay.
I said that I think whoever gets to the Super Bowl from the NFC is gonna win. I'm just saying those two could potentially go to the Super Bowl.
Heard you.
Even if Seattle makes it out, you expect Seattle to win?
Seattle's not winning nothing.
No, but if they were to make it out, do you expect them to win?
No.
We're not winning nothing.
No.
Hey, I love when Mike's a dedicated hater, bro. This is gonna be funny, bro.
It's not hated, it's the truth. Like, I'm gonna speak the truth.
Hey. Clip everything that Mike said. Everything that Mike said, like this video, everything. And we're just about to put it on replay. Because like you said a bunch of wild stuff and a lot of like underdog statements.
I did. I like riding with the underdog.
Yeah, we can tell.
So y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard our Super Bowl picks. You heard who's going to get bounced out of the first round. Y'all heard who's going to be in the AFC Championship, NFC Championship. A lot going on right now. So if y'all boys got anything y'all got to say about y'all final picks, I know Zay do.
Seahawks, we're winning it all. That's it. My fellow 12s agree with me.
Fellow 12s. Yeah, I'm just hoping for a good playoffs. Now that my team's not in it, now I can truly be a fan of football and have no care in the world about who wins, who loses. So that's always a good thing. It's a good and bad thing. Very bittersweet. I just hope that, the Jaguars don't do anything. That's all I care about at this point. Just make sure Mike's wrong, because I'm not trying to deal with another Tyrese Halliburton type run. So get the Jaguars out of here and I'll be okay.
Y'all already know me. If the Jaguars go to the Super Bowl, not just them, all y'all going here. All of y'all going here. All y'all watching this, especially them two. I'm gonna call their phones individually. If the Jaguars go, please don't let Trevor Lawrence go to the Super Bowl. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's all I gotta say.
And I got one more thing. If Seattle wins everything, Mike is making the real.
I agree to that because I'm confident that they're not gonna win.
So he's gonna make that real.
All right, Mike.
We'll see.
We're gonna hold you to it, Mike. If they win, I'm gonna hit to try and say, Mike, do the real.
Man, my word. But it's not gonna happen though. Simply not.
All right, we'll see.
Simply not. But like we said, like, comment, subscribe. Give us y'all predictions too in the comments. Give us y'all predictions on TikTok, Instagram, every social media platform we're on. Get us to 1K YouTube. We're getting 10K on TikTok and 1K on Instagram. Y'all be following us on Instagram and then unfollow. Just follow. That's all it is.
Don't force me Hollywood.
We out though.